at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show at the Navan booth. You may have not heard of them before, and that's because this is actually their debut here at the show. Really cool things coming with this brand. It is a Brunswick product. They've got a huge lineup of other brands that you're very familiar with, such as Boston Whaler or Sea Ray are some of their biggest namesakes. But they wanted to be able to really change up what they do as far as the image of these boats and the versatility they can bring, and they just felt it was better to put it under a new banner instead of trying to work it into one of those existing lineups. So what you got out of that was Navan, and this is their new C30. We also checked out the S30 right there while we were here. So obviously the big difference between these two is going to be this one gives you that enclosed cockpit, while the other one is the T-top with the open space throughout it. Some items of note at the aft of the boat. This one is optioned with these twin, if my camera will follow me, twin Mercury 300 outboards. And these do get you joystick controls. You can also get twin 225s, and that'll get you a thruster setup, or you can get a single 400 here at the back of the boat. These ones are good for mid to upper 50s as far as your top speed goes, and cruises best right around 32, 33 miles per hour. Should note, obviously you got a ski pylon there, if you will, hanging out. So you, like I said, versatile boats. The camera will follow me, you got rod holders there, but we're gonna step right on board and get into what this boat is all about. So immediately we are greeted by this aft cockpit area. You got fender holder there, that's cool, but it's just one step down into the boat and you're in here. You got this nice bench seat across the back, easily fit 3 people across there. And if you flip around the other way, there's this window right there, that guy, folded up out of the way, but it actually feels really nice and open between the aft cockpit and the interior space, despite the fact that there is actually a wall there. This is just a galley area here at the back of the boat. Pretty cool how they stuck it out here. You're not cooking inside directly in the cockpit cabin, so that's really nice. But yeah, that's just gonna be your Kenyan grill hanging out here. There's gonna be a sink, and then this one could just be a cooler since it has that drain down there in the bottom. We'll close all that up and keep moving. So, one thing I really noticed when I first stepped on this boat is just how secure you feel on it. Like, they've got this grab handle here. The gunnel's super high. It's pretty wide side deck, super nice. It just rained here a short bit ago, and this ground is grippy, I assure you. No concerns of slip and sliding. Door is open on this side. Of course, you can close it up in case of inclement weather. I should note there is this roof rack, if you will, that also acts as a grab handle running along the side. You know, we're gonna work around the outside first. We'll do that today. So stepping up into the bow, even with camera in hand, I'm still able always to have my other hand holding onto something, feeling firmly planted. So it's gonna have a sun pad up in the front. You can have it down like that side. You can have it up like that side. Whatever you want to do. If you're underway, you probably want it down though so you can see where you're going. Speaking of underway, this does have their T-hull design. It's a step T-hull as they call it. So I'm looking at the bow because you will get very little bow rise out of this design. Really innovative. So your planing time is nearly instant. Really innovative stuff they've done with this design. But of course, we're looking at the windlass, like I mentioned. That's just going to be your locker down there where the road goes and controls and all that good stuff. So we'll flip around this way. So you got a little light bar there. That's cool. You can put stuff on the roof rack. You can actually also get an optional, hopefully you can hear me over the wind, an optional opening top. That one is just a glass panoramic type roof there. But we'll work on our way around here and hopefully don't get smacked by this flag as I walk by here. Should note, and you can see these clips here, you probably might be wondering, that's so you can put a sunshade out over the front, and you could also do the same, putting a sunshade out over the rear, just to get some more cover from the elements if you choose to do that. But we're gonna sneak right into this side door here that is also open and head on into the main cockpit of this boat. So like I said, we're just gonna look up real quick. You got your glass panoramic sunroof, if you will. That glass does not open though. You can see the snap-on, so you can snap, cover over that and make it opaque, which is important because you can turn this into a berth there. You can actually put that table down. There's a filler cushion you can put in there and use that as a sleeping space if you choose to do so. But very automotive feel to the layout, if you will. You kind of got your driver's seat up there. You got the middle row there, and you've even got the third row seating all the way in the back. So very cool. That's just kind of what I equate it to. But of course, this guy would flip around like that, and then you can take advantage of your dining space there. This table would flip out, yada, yada, yada. Now you're dining. But we'll go ahead and flip that back. So there is going to be your helm space. Digital twin throttles, you got 2 engines. Like I said, you do get the joystick with this one. The other options are just regular thruster controls there. And then, yeah, it really depends on the engines like we kind of already went over. But all sorts of stuff going on here with the Simrad glass displays. You can control all sorts of stuff there. You got your lighting up there. If you go here, you can look at your fuel level, your water levels, all that good stuff. You can run pumps. Yeah, everything goes on up here. It's fantastic. Chart plotter set up there. You obviously get your gauges if your engines are running. Your music gets controlled either from there or on the Fusion Audio head unit right down there. The buttons on this thing, super classy. No cheap plastic rocker switches that just look and sound cheap and get absolutely sun faded and turn from black to gray. Way too soon. So, very cool to see that. And then a few more features to point out. This thing's just packed with them. Like for instance, inductive charger just hanging out right there. You can throw your phone up there and you're all set there. We'll come on down in here though. Lets us see a couple more things. So you do in fact get this refrigerator there hanging out. So that just slides out and you get a refrigerator in there. Over on this side, you just get a little wet bar space there. It's a sink. Yeah, the sink does sink things. And below here is just going to be storage, so you could put trash or something there, I suppose. But get on down here into the cabin, and this thing's pretty cool. So, it has a 12-volt system is what this runs off of. You have some typical batteries. That's kind of what we're looking at here. So, there's no generator, is my understanding. We're using a battery bank of lithium batteries. So you have some regular batteries, 12 volt also, that run your typical stuff like starting your engines, all that good stuff. But then the lithium system will run your air conditioning, your fridge, your water heater, your outlets, the cooktop, all that stuff is going to run there after it goes through the inverter. This is how you control all that there. So very cool. Really, really forward-thinking stuff there. And hiding under this is just access to your HVAC system, actually, while we're talking about that. So we'll flip around this way so I can get access into the head. That just pops open there. And you do get a wet head, of course, on this. As innovative as these boats are, they couldn't make matter smaller than it is and make you shrink when you go into there. So unfortunately, got to deal with the wet head on this boat. They're not magicians, but there is the V berth, and it is extremely. I don't know if I can hardly even get it in the frame, but you can barely see it there. Super long. I'm 6'1". I'm pretty confident I could actually sleep on there and get my whole body on the bed. So that size of a berth available on a 30-foot boat, fantastic. And you do get storage down underneath there as well. And they have this one optioned with the TV hanging out on that side. And before we get on out of here, I love the little LED accents they've got kind of going all around on the ceiling, on the sides. Really spacious feeling with all the windows down the sides. They've just done a great job with the feel to this boat. But we're going to head on out and find a spot to wrap this up. Or we're gonna finish it in here, because why not? Maybe protect myself from the wind a little bit. It's getting pretty breezy again. So that was the brand new Navan C30 here at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. Really cool and innovative boat. Does a lot of things. It actually does them really well without too much compromise between any of them. I'm really excited for what the Navan brand has to offer, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So if you want to learn more about one of these boats or check it out in person at a boat show or even a dealer eventually once they get them out into some of their proposed dealer network, they would be happy to help you. I'll put a link to that down in the description, but that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching.